Okay, so welcome to Tomato Industries Detailing, and today we're doing this Honda Civic. It's 2016. It's actually built towards the end of 2016. It's coming today for paint protection, which will be C-Quartz UK. There'll be coating. There'll be coatings also put on the windows, tyres, metals, everywhere. So it's going to get rubber coatings, windscreen and window coatings, and some coatings on the metal at the front and all the trim. So the car is presenting fairly dirty. I don't think it's been cleaned or washed for a while. There's quite a bit of insect stuff on the bumper at the front, so we'll be giving this thing a good foaming straight off the bat. I have noticed a few scratches, even though it's quite a new car. What would it be, 6 or 7 months old? But you can see right here we have some scratching around the door handle. I haven't really had a good look at this car. It's just come in and I've got about 6 hours to do this car, and I'm looking to polish it also, probably with either Menzerna 4500 or Carpro Essence. So, you know, it's pretty new. It looks good, other than all the dust that's on it. Basically covered in dust at the moment. So the wheels will get a coating also, and I think there might be a few more scratches. I think mainly the scratches are around the door handles, and the rest of the car is just all swirls, I would assume. Anyway, so we'll see how we go. It's going to get a 3-stage decontamination, so it'll be Iron-X, tar removal if there's any, and the clay, fine clay bar, and then a nice IPA wipe down, and then we'll go with a ceramic coating. Alright, so I'll give you a look at the end of it. Okay, so welcome back to Tomato Industries Detailing. So one thing I have found with this car is someone, probably the dealership, has tried to polish it. So basically there is holograms just all over this thing. You can really, swirls and holograms, like he's had it for about 3 or 4 months, but you really see them on the roof. You can see them there as I'm just walking along. So I didn't want to polish this car. I was hoping I'd get away with it, but well, actually I wanted to polish it with Carpro Essence, but I'm just not sure if it's got enough cut in it, so I'm going for S20. I'm going to have to polish it. So this is going to go into the night, unfortunately, this detail. There may not be an end video, but I've got to get rid of all these holograms. So I've just done a couple of panels over here. So this is one that I've done with Skulls S20. And I tried Menzerna 4500, but it was just lacking in bite, and I think the Skulls is the way to go. Just grab my light. So it's doing pretty well actually. Like there are some of the swirls left. Like I can see there's just a little one there. But all in all, it's getting quite a bit of them off, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to have to polish the whole car, unfortunately, but it's going to look a lot better, that's for sure. It's already looking better. So anyway. Okay, so welcome to Tomato Industries Detailing. So I'm doing this Honda at the moment, and we've got some fairly good swirls going on. Hopefully they're coming through. I'm finding it really hard to get any footage of said paint with light on it, due to the fact it's got so much metallic flake that when I put any sort of light on it, it just totally flares up. So I've got this square light at the moment, so hopefully it's going to show some of the swirls and holograms and stuff in this hood. So I've done down here, close to the bottom, just about, let's see, about 5 or 6 inches. Just cut it in with a 3-inch pad, and then she comes up to where all the swirls and holograms start. So yeah, very sticky paint, this stuff, very sticky. So it's been a challenge. Not so much polishing it, it's more trying to get the polish off it. It really sticks onto it. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a pain in the ass, really. All right, so I'll keep cracking on. Okay, so I just thought I've sort of been using 2 different polishes. One's Manzurna 4500, the other one is Scholes S20. And I just thought I'd change to Manzurna 4500 and just see if I can get enough cut, and also see if the polish isn't sticking to the paint as much. Well, it's sticking to the paint just as much. It's actually, both of them are actually dusting quite a bit. So we'll just follow, but it's not giving me the same sort of cuts, and I can see a couple of deeper scratches that have stayed behind, where with the Scholes S20 it was definitely getting rid of just about everything. I don't know how this is showing up because there's so much metal flake in this paint that it's very difficult to get a light on it. But so yeah, I was hoping it'd be easy to get off. I can't believe how sticky this is. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to the Scholes S20 because I saw another scratch there. They're only faint, but they're just sort of there. And because I'm going to put it, and you know, the coating would probably cover it. There's one there, I don't know if it's coming up or not. Try and get, it's just there, just at the end of my finger. And I saw another one, I've just sort of lost it at the moment in the light. I think it's down here somewhere, but yeah, so the Scholes I found was giving a complete, you know, probably about 95 to 98%. This has actually done pretty well, the Manzurna, but it just left one behind, so I think I'll just get in. The reason I changed was because I thought it'd be easier to get off, but it's not, so I'm probably going to go back to the Scholes. Anyway, keep on keeping on. And that's what it looked like. Hopefully all these swirls and holograms that the person whoever polished it before has left in it can come through, so you can see what it was like. So it's actually, yeah, it's done a pretty good job actually. It's a bummer, just not cutting deep enough. Yeah, I can see some more scratches here that it's left too. So yep, I'm back to the Scholes S20. Okay, so welcome back to Tomato Industries Detailing. Here's the finished product, the 2016 Honda Civic. Unfortunately, I've finished almost, it is late afternoon again. I had a hell of a lot of trouble polishing this thing. The sun's gone down over there. So I've still got a couple of things to do, but I thought if I don't get this done now, I'm not going to have a finished video. So this Honda had some of the stickiest paint I've ever come up against. I really had to juggle the pads and the polish around, and most of the time, no matter what I used, it still marred the paint. So I'd use a finishing pad with a medium type polish, and there could be a bit of marring left. The biggest, and then I'd use a little bit more aggressive pad with a fine polish, and sometimes there was still marring. But the biggest problem I faced with this car was the polish was at the end of the polishing passes was sticking to the car like peanut butter. I've never actually had to polish a car with paint this sticky. I thought my one had soft paint. This thing takes the cake. So this received a basic one-step polish. It's a new car, so it's a new car prep. So what I wanted to do is get rid of all the swirls and love marks and a little bit of hazing and that from the dealership. Which I was able to do. I really wanted to do this in the sun. Unfortunately, the polishing just took so long that, yeah, I'm here late afternoon again. I think it's about 5:15. It'll be dark in about a quarter of an hour or 20 minutes. So the car got a really good wash. It was then decontaminated, Iron-X, tar removal and clay, very, very softly with the clay and clay bar. It was then given a polish, which I've explained I had a lot of trouble with, but at the end I was able to get the result I was looking for. The paint was then protection wise, it's CarPro CQ quartz on the paint. The windows have fly-by-foot. The trim has C-Quartz Deluxe. Sorry, the trim has C-Quartz Deluxe. I forgot the name of it there for a second. Windows, plastics, and I said that, fly-by-foot. So it's my first time doing a coating. I've learnt a lot of things, what to do and what not to do, and I think it's come out pretty well. I'm not declaring myself, you know, an absolutely professional coating person. It's a lot harder in the way of really being careful not to get the coating using on other parts of the car, and if you do, to quickly get it off, because it's not like waxes and that where you can come back and wipe it down later on. So I've coated all underneath the back trim there. Now, we didn't do wheels off, so what I did was inside the wheels, I've just sprayed some, I've given it a really good clean Guiar's wheel brightener, and I've sprayed a whole lot of CarPro Hydro in there, but the rims of the wheels have received a clean and CarPro Deluxe. Hope I got that right, because it's my first go with these coatings. I'm a little bit excited, I'm a little bit rushed. So the CB pillars got Deluxe also, as with the trim. So all the metal in that got the CarPro Quartz. And I've survived, yes, my first coating. And the wheels, he didn't want, he just said to me, look, just put some CarPro Pearl on there. I explained to him Pearl's not too bad. So he asked for CarPro Pearl, but I also cleaned right up underneath all the wheel arches and put some Pearl all inside of there. So they've all been done. So yes, it's a big bloody effort doing something like this. This is, you know, I thought Honda Civics were small cars. This is by no means a small car. And it's been a really good experience. Thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was very, you know, it's a lot of hard work, these coatings, and hopefully I'll get to do more and get better at it. But yeah, so this is my first go at it. And as I said, I've learnt a lot, and I hope to, you know, learn a bit more. The car just needs a little bit of a wipe down. Just noticed while I'm walking around there's a little bit of smudging from where I put the coatings on the trim and that, which I've only just sort of stopped doing and done this video very quickly, so I've still got time to get it, thank goodness. But yeah, I think the car looks pretty well, presents well, and I'll let him know to come and get it. And we'll declare this one done, and we'll be moving on to our next one. Alright, so I hope you had a good weekend, and I'll catch you later.